Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Apple stock, it's up 0.48%, so Apple getting up to 170 plus, to be exact 170.68, and getting a rejection, and now trading below 170, trading at 169.65 at the closing. So Apple, here you can see right on my screen, we do have this bullish falling wedge on Apple. Now, are we going to see a breakout? Possible. It's just coiling up right here. But key here on Apple stock, we do have strong support 166, and that needs to hold on any pullback. And so far, multiple attempts here on Apple stock to break out of this downtrend and failing. So Apple here, guys, tomorrow 170 breaks and Apple can hold 170, then watch out for a move up to 171.88 to retest negative sloping 20-day moving average, and above that Apple can move even higher up to 173. And once we get up to 173 on Apple, and Apple can actually hold 173, that is gonna be the real deal and the real breakout on Apple for more upside all the way up to 177 and possibly even 180. On Meta, it's up almost 2%, and we actually played Meta early in the morning, getting some puts right here on this candle right here, right at opening, or just after opening, guys, right here. And then sold out right here at 500. That is a $4 move to the downside, locked in profit and got out, and then this thing took off, and now it's trading over 504 and now trading at 506.74 at the closing. Now, especially if you guys are serious about trading and you want to get all my trade ideas and live trading, definitely check out that link down below in the description for Patreon. Now, I was hoping for this gap to get filled today, maybe get some more money on puts, but I was watching Meta. This thing was holding 500, so I got out, and then Meta took off. Now, we gapped up today, so we got a gap down here just below 498. There will be strong support at 504, 500, 498, and then 490 on Meta. Now that Meta trading above all these moving averages again, it's going to be really tough to bring Meta down tomorrow. If this thing can stay above 500 or possibly gets down to 498, that is a dip buy on Meta for a move all the way back up to 520. As long as the support can hold right here, I'll play this tomorrow here on Meta at 498 to 500. Below that, this thing can dump all the way down to 490, possibly down to 481, lower Bollinger Band, and then this gap 469. To the upside, as long as Meta can stay above 498 to 500, guys, path is clear. This thing can move all the way back up to 520. On Netflix, it's up 2.58%, so massive explosion before earnings on Netflix, which is kind of suspicious how this thing is running before earnings. Now also keep that in mind, and I was waiting today, guys, but that never happened today, to buy the dip at 604, and this thing never came back. 611.50 low for the day, and from there this thing took off all the way up to now trading above 630, and that is a breakout for a move back up to 635 and possibly even higher up to 650. Now, if this thing actually gets a rejection tomorrow from 630, then watch out for a pullback all the way back down to 13-day moving average 620, and below that we also have strong support at 615 and then 604. Below 604 we can talk about more downside, possibly coming down to 588. Above 630, definitely more upside and pretty much blue sky above, guys. This thing can go all the way up to 650 and possibly even 700. On Microsoft, it's down 0.23%, and Microsoft getting a rejection off of these moving averages right here, which is sitting around 422 to 423, getting up to 423.26, and now trading above right here 20-day moving average, which is sitting at 418. So that's going to be a support, and looks like it's holding right here pretty much at previous all-time highs. So in between 418 to 420, guys, there will be strong support on Microsoft. But what happens if that gives up? Immediately you're going to see a dump off down to 415, 413, and then this gap all the way down here, 405.68. As long as Microsoft can hold right here and we get that breakout over 423, you're going to see another explosion back up to the upside, all the way back up to 430 plus, and possibly going up to this Bollinger Band, 433.98 to even 435. On Amazon stock, it's up 0.95%. So I said it last night in my video that Amazon gets down to 180, guys. Watch out. That is going to be a support. That is your line in the sand to watch. Now, if we took that idea from last night, this thing came down to 179.80. It was right there in the slot to get some calls. And now it's trading at 182.41 and got up to almost 183. So you made decent amount of money trading Amazon if you got in at the exact right time right here. Now, going into tomorrow's session, it looks like upper Bollinger Band expanded all the way up to 183.11. So this move will continue as long as Amazon can stay above 180. This thing going all the way up to 185. And looks like just this Bollinger Band on top, not allowing this stock to move higher, but it's going up. So that means one thing, Amazon holding 180, next stop will be 185. Below 180, then watch out for the support down here, 177.53, and then all the way down here, 173, and then this gap, 170.23. On Google stock, it's up 0.32%, so Google came down to exactly 5-day moving average right here, 154, went back up, and now again for the third day, holding above 155, and that is extremely bullish on Google. As long as the support can hold 155, the path is clear for a move all the way up to 160 on Google stock. Now below 155, you need to watch for the support down here, 151 and then 148, all the way down to this gap just below 145. On AMD, it's up 1.16%, so AMD getting down to 176.70 and then going back up, and now again not getting above 184. So AMD now this 20-day moving average even more declining and coming down, and that is not a bull trend unless AMD breaks and holds 184 going into tomorrow's session. Then we can talk about more upside, possibly up to this gap 188. Now below 184 and especially below all these moving averages, AMD will likely to come down and fill this gap 164.90 unless we get that breakout over 184. Then we can talk about more upside on AMD. On Tesla stock, it's up 1%, so Tesla getting up to 168.94 but not quite filling this gap, just above 170 and staying above lower Bollinger Band. And again guys, just like I said last night, getting down to lower Bollinger Band 163, and this thing was helping Tesla holding right here, and so far it's holding, and now again for the second day holding above 165. So 165 will be your line in the sand here on Tesla for tomorrow, and below that 163 and then 160. Now Tesla can hold above 165 and it's really close to 170, so I think a mini gap up or anything tomorrow early in the morning, and Tesla could be filling this gap at 170.21, and above that level we can talk about more upside, possibly coming up to even 180. Until then guys, watch this support down here 165 and then lower Bollinger Band as a support 163.22. On Nvidia, stock is down 0.5%, so Nvidia again for the third day, or at least the second day, getting up to 900 plus. And I saw that, and this thing getting a rejection from 20-day moving average sitting at 902.07 to be exact. And the high for the day, 903.74, getting a rejection and coming back and now trading at 889.64 at the closing. Not a big down day, but also it's not doing anything. So Nvidia here guys, something interesting happening. We got upper Bollinger Band coming down and the lower one rapidly going up. So a big move is coming here on Nvidia stock very soon. And also if you look at it, it might be flagging right here. And let me see if I can draw that right here on the screen. I mean, it could be flagging right here, but no confirmation breakout yet. I mean, you can call this a wedge or a flag, mini bull flag right here. And so far, just coiling up right here. So above 900, path is clear on Nvidia stock for a move up to 926 and then possibly even 960. And who knows, 1000, that is still on the card. Unless Nvidia cannot break 900 and stays under 900, then you need to watch the support down here. Lower Bollinger Band now moving up, sitting at 856 almost. That's going to be a support to watch. And then 840 down to this gap, 823. And Nvidia stock, even though it looks like a bull flag, guess what, guys? I'm not trading Nvidia, because each contracts on Nvidia stock, calls or puts, are extremely expensive. You got to pay like $1,500 to $2,000, way out of the money calls or puts. And that is why I'm not even touching this stock anymore. And that is why probably, volume here on Nvidia drying up. So watch out. Nvidia stock, definitely it's on the move, just consolidating right here. We need a breakout over 900, and that should take Nvidia up to 926 to 960, and below 900 can come down to 856 and then 840 down to even this gap 823. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys.